Today's video. In today's video, we'll look into a scenario in which Southern Europe and North Africa goes to war. And to begin, we'll begin with a campaign led by Spain to recapture Morocco. Yes, recapture. And yes, these islands are part of Spain, I just didn't color them in. With the forces of Spain moving into northern Morocco. They are bringing Morocco back. Yes. I'm sure Morocco likes this as they head down south towards Rabat. And now there's mountains here. This isn't going to be as easy. But they continue their push towards Rabat. And they manage to take Rabat over, basically neutralizing the nation of Morocco. Very important, Morocco. Now to make Morocco Berber again. Not going to happen. Because, well, same reason that the British did that stuff. Yes, all colonists are evil. Or not, depends on who you are. You can view whatever you want. Let's just make this I just say what they want. Anarchy. With a stalemate starting to occur in Morocco. Ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they remember. With Italy landing in Tunisia. With Italian and French troops landing in Tunisia, quickly launching an advance as they start moving towards Algeria. Before the front stabilizes like this. Well, the front froze for a bit. With them moving an advance up here to cut these forces off, capturing them, which leads to a breakthrough as forces have to move up there. As they cross into Algeria, Mauritania, and Western Sahara. And they come in from their islands over there inland. With this front becoming pretty strong. With Italian and Greek forces landing over here, French forces just end up landing wherever. And if I'm taking over this part of Libya, the Egyptians don't like it. Algerians launch a counterattack, followed by the Egyptians as they move in, with forces getting pushed back from the southern European theater. With them starting to move forces from every country into this front, trying to ramp up the amount, with Balkan forces coming here, 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 Portuguese and Spanish and French. They try to control this. This area tries to control this, and this area tries to control this mostly. But not necessarily only. With the push into Mauritania beginning. With the Mauritania front opening up. With the Europeans having a lot of fronts, with a big and mighty swift attack happening in the Tunisian front, with them cutting across here, and them pushing forces out. And they had to evacuate to here, which becomes smaller along with this front, with Egyptians pushing them out. With the Western front being stabilized by the mountains over there, and they're moving south. And then they advance this way. And advance this way. As they take more land over. And they move over here. As it's a very, very strong continent. But with them managing to get more forces into Tunisia, they managed to advance here. But a nice advance is landed, with them landing over here in the Suez Peninsula. It's a Sinai Peninsula. Why would I call it Suez? with them moving up to the Suez Canal and setting up a hold. And they mess with the Suez Canal, with the French moving deeper into Mauritania. With Western Sahara about to fall, and Mauritania is about to fall, with Algeria and Egypt starting to have to move troops down here. But with a rush to take away the coast, which is a success for the Southern Europe. And while in Libya, they start making a big advance. Them opening the front across the coast as they advance into Libya, taking all the resources. That's what Europeans do. Yep. Well, they're starting to move into Mali, with them having a big goal in this region. With them moving in quickly into this region. With the front looking like this. With Egypt about to launch a counteroffensive in Libya, moving their forces here. And they break through the Suez Canal as they take Cairo and Alexandria, not capital. Cairo's capital. Egypt tries to retake, but fails to do so. Egypt's on the verge of collapse, with only the area around the Suez Canal being usable. Algeria, having to move troops over there, starts losing land as they fall back to here, with more troops ending up in as they start moving more troops in. With Tunisia falling, with this becoming the front. With a landing as French forces leave their bases in Djibouti. I think they have a base there. And they come up here and they make a landing into Sudan. And they try to get to the capital as fast as they can, with them succeeding. They take the capital. With them meeting all the leaders of the Southern Europe meeting in Athens, discuss what to do in the post-war. With France deciding to take Algeria, Algeria, Niger, and Mali, and parts of Sudan if they can. With Italy planning to take Libya, Tunisia, parts of Egypt. Them all planning to take the Suez Canal over as a united area. With Sudan on the verge of collapse, and the forces in Libya move in like this, with a cutoff of the front. With Egypt holding on with the last bit that it has, as they start moving down the Suez Canal. Not Suez, Nile River. The Nile River became the Suez Canal, I guess. With this area in the north, the forces withdraw from and go all the way around Africa. Yes, very good idea. With the rest of Mauritania falling, with the entrance of more areas, and the peace treaty that will determine the future. Yes. This is not good. with them trying to defeat these areas so they can get the best treaty they can. With these areas surrendering, so realistically, they're now no longer their own. With moving into Algeria to try to cut off the forces from the capital. They failed to cut off the forces in time, but they managed to cut the southern part off. And they start moving north, as Algeria sets up a defensive line here. But it gets broke through with it landing, and this landing moves into Algiers, taking over the country. With them collapsing, with just Niger left, they start moving in to take some more land. Now let's see the peace treaty that they come to after annexing all of this. Yeah, it's not going to be nice for the people here. They could take all of Algeria, all of Niger, and, well, all of Mali. Then they split Mauritania with Spain and Portugal, with Spain taking Morocco and Western Sahara. Italy takes most of northern Africa, with Libya, Tunisia, and Egypt, like the central part. And, well, Sudan is split between Romania, France, and Greece. Greece gets this, Romania gets this. France got Chad and half of Sudan, pretty much, yeah. And then this part of Egypt, past the Nile to the east of the Nile, yeah, is unitedly occupied by all. Yes, they share it. And that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, and on to subscribe. Bye, guys!